Welcome to the Football Friends podcast, episode 7 this time, I think. I've lost count.
Let's stop counting.
Okay, sure. All right. Well, after the conclusion of the Euros, moving into a new season, so I suppose this is just going to be like an update, and we'll sort of just talk about some of the transfers we're going to see, some new players we're going to see playing this season, and yeah.
And I've got a game at the end.
Oh, I love a game.
All right, great.
Cool. So one of the first things that's come up for me is AC Milan's. Well, obviously they've had some outs, but they've also had some ins. So we'll start with the ins. Goalkeeper Maignan, I think that's how you say it, from Lille.
Yeah, sure. Well, I suppose they have to replace Donnarumma.
Yeah, to replace the free transfer to PSG of the best player from the aforementioned Euros.
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of tasty moves happening between those sort of Italy and French teams at the moment, but
There hasn't been one yet that's like, holy shit, this person's gone for 90 mil or whatever, but there's been quite a few sort of just tasty ones. A lot of free transfers.
Entrees. A lot of entrees.
Absolutely.
A lot of entrees.
Absolutely,
well,
entrees.
Yeah. So, who else has AC Milan signed in?
AC Milan has signed Olivier Giroud for 4 million. This is all in euros.
Yeah, good. I think it's a good move.
Bargain.
Yeah.
Bargain basement.
That'd be great. That's the perfect move. Go to Italy when he's a bit slower, and he's
was
great in
never
the air.
fast.
So
He was never
he'll be
fast.
awesome.
Well, you're talking about slower. The front line is Ibrahimovic and Giroud.
Yeah, great.
So
4-4-2.
they just need to sign like Edin Dzeko.
They've also signed Sandro Tonali from is it Brescia?
Yeah, Brescia, but he was on loan, right? The last season, so it's just
They've just
permanently
made the permanent move.
So they've got Tonali and Frank Kessie.
Yeah. So Tonali
Solid
27 million euros. Maignan was 25 million euros, and Fikayo Tomori from Chelsea.
That's right.
28 million.
That seems like a bit of a loss, man. Good defender. Seems to be
Definitely good defender.
very fast. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a good move. I like to see English players moving out of the Premier League. You know,
Yeah.
It doesn't happen too often.
And it's certainly a place where, because Tomori was a name on a number of people's lips when it came to naming the England squad, and maybe he just didn't get enough game time, leading up to it. Fair enough. But like you said, he's a very fast guy, a very physical guy. And if he can hone his defensive skills in Italy, next to Simon Kjær, and a number of other good, Italian league players, no reason why he can't force his way in there.
Yeah, well, it worked out for Jadon Sancho. I mean, he took the
long road.
He went to Germany for a change, and then proved himself there, and then got brought back.
Yeah,
and then now Jude Bellingham might do the same.
Yeah, go out, dominate somewhere else, and come back, and here I am. Kyle Walker's spot in the England squad could be up for grabs to the World Cup, so this could be his chance.
That's right.
Well, he's going to compete with Reece James as well.
Yeah. So there's spots in that England side that are up for grabs. People got to prove themselves again and again. So smart move. Get quality game time and
Yeah.
Show us what you got.
I don't want to talk too much about England, given that it's over. It's over.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, my birth.
Yeah.
I agree. But I don't want to see Gareth sort of cling to loyalty on these 26 guys who've played well, got us to a final, delivered in that sense. But if Tomori goes to Italy and improves massively and stakes his claim, and Walker drops off over the next 18 months, I know who I'd want to see in the World Cup squad.
Yeah, you don't want to keep a squad too long and have a stale squad going into
That's right.
another tournament or season, for that matter. So yeah,
Yeah, so
good chance.
Hope
Go
it as
for it.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, AC Milan have lost a player as well, too. Then Hakan Çalhanoğlu to the rivals.
Yeah. I mean, every time there's a transfer in Italy, I kind of just assume, well, who cares? They do that. They just do. They go from one club.
I mean, Ibrahimovic is playing for AC Milan, and he's a player.
He's
Played for both already in the past.
and Juve.
Yeah, so
Don't-
I don't think it matters as much in Italy.
I don't think so. I don't know why. I really want to dig into that. I'll tell you what. That's my research for the next podcast.
I think, like, in their philosophy, like, it's okay to dive. So playing for the rival isn't really that bad of a thing. So they sort of, it's just like all is fair in love and war.
What if you dive against the rival?
Well, I feel like they'd have, like, if they want to be logically consistent, they'd have to respect that even more.
They are Italian, do they? But fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking about Italy too, I think, Locatelli's probably looking at a decent move. Maybe might end up at Juventus.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems with them and Munich in Germany.
They just muscle their way into.
They
any
sort
player
of,
they
they're
want.
like a big vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Big footballing black hole. And, one way or another, the big players from other teams end up there. Just looking at some of the other ones, AC Milan have also signed Brahim Diaz from
Oh, it's a loan.
Real Madrid. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
It is in
another
fact a
loan.
loan, but he's,
He was doing quite good there last season, so hopefully see more of that. Well, AC Milan have a pretty good squad at the moment.
yeah, I mean, they finished second, right? Just a couple points behind.
Yeah.
Great squad, and there's no reason that they can't, step it up.
Yeah, tight league, like you just said. They, just off the pace, but with additions like that, and Juve's going to be back next season, pushing hard. So a good league to watch for the neutrals. And you get
Definitely.
Mourinho's gone to
Right,
Serie A
right.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So another reason to watch. But
It's a very interesting squad he sort of walked in on because,
Oh.
well, one, he gets
Walked in on.
Leonardo's.
What have they been doing?
Well, I don't know what goes on in their changing rooms, but he's got Spinazzola, who was fabulous at the World Cup, already in the squad. And
Yeah,
then
that's right.
he, two players he's coached before, Chris Smalling and Pedro.
Mkhitaryan's still there.
Yeah,
Yep.
Another player.
Yeah, another player he fell out with. Another player he's sold.
And then he's going to add Granit Xhaka to that, apparently.
Did he
see,
sell?
What a move that would be too.
Did he sell Chris Smalling? Was he responsible for that?
No, I don't think he was, but he
No.
outed him. He started. He opened the door, just didn't push him through it.
Yeah.
Look,
Well, I'm excited. I think he'll do good things with that squad.
of a
He's got
number of
Xhaka. How can I go wrong?
on top of a number of recent transfers, it'll always be a big one. Mourinho's gone here. It's amazing. I love it.
We all love the special one. Like,
He could be coaching when he's 60 and he's lost every game of his last 20, and I'll still be like, Mourinho's gone to Wickham. It's a big one. Look, it's Jose.
but so from what I understand too, they lost their goalkeeper though, Paul Lopez.
Yeah, where's he gone?
I think I'm not really sure, but he was released. I think it was end of contract. I mean, they let the contract expire.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's a weird one. Who are they going to sign?
Yeah, they're sort of poking around for.
Poking around. I mean, that's not really the position you want to be in, is it? Like, Pau Lopez is a good goalkeeper, and you don't really want to be in a position where you've lost a good goalkeeper and you've got to poke around.
No, not a month out from a start of a season either.
No.
Like, you want somebody there for pre-season, so
yeah, it's Mourinho.
He'll be somebody. There'll be somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
To hear, you just don't know.
See, that's...
I think he was actually looking at Sergio Romero.
Yeah, again, good move for
Probably
everybody
picking him up
involved.
for free.
Yeah, these things are totally possible, and it's Jose, so you know he'll find something eventually. But you don't want to be just sort of, moving boxes at the back of a shed, hoping you'll find a goalkeeper eventually.
Mm-mm.
Trying to find the bus key.
Yeah. And so what about PSG then? They've picked up a few good players, haven't they? Like, they get Wijnaldum,
Hakimi.
and Donnarumma,
Ramos.
and Ramos. Oh my god! And I saw that clip. Like, Ramos was like put on his PSG kit, and he like glanced like at his arm because he like thought he was supposed to be wearing the armband because he wore it for pretty much
His entire life.
Yeah, and look, it was just like forgot that he like wasn't the captain.
Yeah, who was the captain at?
Marquinhos.
Oh.
But PSG look terrifying as always, but then again, we still need to see a trophy from them, man. I haven't like an international, like a Champions League or something like that. It's been a little while.
Just looking through PSG's squad, they have a youth goalkeeper. He's from Haiti, and his name is Garrison Innocent.
Great.
So, just a bit of foreshadowing there with a funny name. That's all I'm going to give you.
No, PSG, like you say, terrifying on paper. Can they click on the pitch with the ball? They have all the makings for a Champions League winning squad. They have a coach that's out there to try and prove himself as one of the world's best. Again, a little bit of bias, but we all think he's a good coach. So
I agree. I think he's a good coach,
and he's there to prove himself as a great coach. So he's got the squad to do it. There's experience at the back. There's lightning pace up front. Footballing brains all over that pitch.
And they seem to have unlimited resources. They're just adding to it every season.
It's that same Bayern idea, just a vacuum of talent. Pick up anyone and everyone. You think of a midfield that has Di Maria, Verratti, like
Gay.
Wijnaldum. Exactly. There's just you can change the squad 3 times in a match and it's still good. So
that's it. So maybe Wijnaldum will add a bit of stability to that team, and he's a winner,
Yeah, Ramos is a winner.
Ramos as well, yeah.
Genuine winner, has won nearly everything he can. So a bit of that. But then they've had winners in their squad before. So
they have Neymar and Mbappe, World Cup winner, and Neymar's won with
Copa.
Barcelona and Copa. Great players. So I don't know. They just need to start living up to the paper version of themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
but maybe this is the season.
Obviously, you get a season off right when Lille win the league, but they'll go straight back to. You'd think they'll go straight back to winning 5 leagues in a row.
Yeah, and the pressure's on now to do that too.
Yeah,
the money's there. So if you don't win this season, your heads roll. Like that's
absolutely.
It. Heads rolls, players will move on. Like you've got to. Mourinho could be out of a job in 6 months. So
that's true. Yeah, PSG will be looking
another winner. So
yeah.
Imagine, halfway through the season they just swap.
Yeah, hey, crazy things have happened.
Well, while we're on the topic of managers, do we want to talk about Nuno and Rafa Benitez joining Spurs. So Ash will give you the floor on that one.
Yeah. Nuno, again, good coach. Looking to prove himself. He's done a good job with Wolves. All the reports say he's a great coach and does good things on the paddock. But looking to take that next step. Personally, from what I've seen of the last two friendlies leading up to the season, different look squad, different shapes they're playing with over the last compared to the last 2-3 seasons. A lot more movement from the wide players coming into dropping into holes and you're playing a bit more with the ball. They look good. We haven't seen Kane in there yet. Still on a break from the Euros. Whether he'll be there or not is not going to faze me. I think Kane's time to go. So give that space to Son. He'll be your new focal point, and everything they've done on the training field looks to be around that quick front line. But yeah, Nuno, good coach. See what he can do with a decent squad. Half decent squad, sorry. And yeah, a lot of young kids in there. See what he can do.
So are you saying that you think Harry Kane's going to leave?
Harry Kane needs to go for Harry Kane.
He should go.
I he should not stay for me, okay?
But I think Daniel Levy's going to block it, right?
Daniel Levy's a footballing knob. He does. Yeah, he makes great business moves, but for me personally, Harry Kane, 100 mil, so he's gone.
He's your Ed Woodward.
Yeah, he probably gives me more wood than Woodward would, but
how much wood would give you?
He'd give you Chris Wood.
Would it be more than Chris Wood, who you'll probably end up playing up front with?
Chris Wood again is a good striker.
Nuno would be like, I want Danny Ings, and Daniel Levy would be like, you're getting Chris Wood.
Okay. Woodward would give me a splinter, I think, rather than a piece of wood.
Yeah.
So, like, almost in reverse of that, should Chris Wood's nickname be the Tree?
He is a tall fella.
He's a big lad.
In the air, yeah.
Well, another famous New Zealand sportsman, Pine.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
So have you had Chris Wood as a tree of some sort? Then a bit of Remu or something like.
Yep. Tall timber.
He
Yeah.
just needs to win a gold medal at the Olympics,
just
and maybe he'll sprout a move.
Burnley's his place. I think they play the right football for Chris Wood.
Yeah.
So
you do burn wood, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. So who are Tottenham looking at signing, other than Ings?
We've been reported 10, 15, 13 people over the last week. So there's been no real concrete signings.
Have you signed anyone?
Or no one has been signed.
Right.
So, and at this stage, it's all speculation. So, I'm focusing more on the young talent that we've got.
Yeah.
Guys like Oliver Skip coming back into the squad after loan.
Again, a great name.
Norwich fans absolutely adored him last season. If anyone watched the first half of the friendly this morning, would have seen a pass that he made cross-field on the volley and just with ease. Just looked a good player. He looks strong too for a young kid. So, Dane Scarlett, without trying to put too much pressure on him, not that he's listening to me, but 17-year-old kid, energy, hunger, very much Harry Kane-esque. Just wants to score goals. Wants to do everything to score goals.
What's his name?
Dane Scarlett.
He sounds like a superhero.
He looks like a superhero.
Brilliant. Is he English?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, maybe in the future we'll be playing beside Troy Parrott.
Oh well, they did in the second half. They had two up front with Troy Parrott, and I have a soft spot for Troy Parrott. He had a horrible loan last season. mid-season change didn't do much for him. But again, a guy that everyone knows who he is. He plays for Ireland, Republic of Ireland, and he scores goals for them regularly. Like, we know what he can do. Give him a chance. We don't need another striker. Give these kids a chance. You still got Stevie B up front, Son up front, Lucas up front. You've got pace, experience, quality. Dele Alli earmarked for a number 9 spot in that squad too.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's so
That
weird.
was right after you said that.
I said that.
That was the best prediction I ever heard.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for maybe last couple of weeks, and the next day it come up in the press that
So you read the headline, and you're like, oh, this Nuno guy's a genius.
Yeah, I'll hide this from everyone's feed and then bring it up.
You actually emailed him, mate. You were like,
Yeah,
bro.
no, do this, bro.
Yeah, play Dele as a 9. How's no one seen this before?
No, it makes sense. Play Dele as a semi-false 9. He's big enough, strong enough to play up there and with the defenders.
He looks like a new player anyway. Like, every time I see him, he's got the dreads or whatever, and I'm like, man, this young kid's good, eh?
Yeah. The hair. New hair, new me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new position.
Yeah, Dele Alli seems to agree to that
That'd be
proposal.
cool, why not?
Well, it's new coach theory too, isn't it? Everyone's proving their spot.
Yeah.
So, but not just those guys. There's a lot of other young guys there. Whiteman in goal. Looks like a good goalkeeper.
Whiteman.
Yep. 22.
The
22-year-old goalkeeper.
The opposite of Blackman from Chelsea.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Goodness. Yeah. Him.
Yeah.
So he looks a good goalkeeper. He'll push the two oldies there, Hart and Lloris. Again, I wouldn't be scared to say goodbye to Hugo. Great servant for the club. Done us proud. World Cup winner. But for me, I think it's time for old Wood to go and Wood to bring in new Wood for
Well, I don't
Chris
know
Wood's
if you...
transfer.
I don't know if it's a good idea, dude. I don't know if you could attract anyone better. Who do you want? You want like Ramsdale or like... you could get...
Ramsdale...
Pope?
Yeah, Pope, John... Like, they're good goalkeepers. But... Hart's a good goalkeeper too. He's on that same level as those other guys that you've just mentioned.
I'd certainly consider them to be above Joe Hart.
Maybe.
Pope's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think Nick Pope's a good goalkeeper. I don't.
Or Ramsdale. Yeah, they're both.
I think
That's your level.
I didn't disagree that they weren't goalkeepers, but like
they are definitely goalkeepers.
That's your level, dude.
But Joe Hart's been around the tracks. He's a Premier League winner. He's still got enough in him to give us a season or two. So
yeah. No. You should get Pickford.
No.
If Joe Hart's your number 1, I think you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I think he's our number 12, but yes.
You could get Pickford and actually finish ahead of Everton.
No, I think Pickford will stay at Everton.
At this point, I don't think Spurs will finish above Everton.
Not without Pickford.
And not with that attitude.
Yeah,
well, yeah, so they have
Everton.
Rafa Benitez, right?
Yeah.
Everton have controversially made the managerial signing of former Liverpool coach Rafael Benitez.
And how do the fans feel about that?
The Liverpool fans overall don't seem to care too much. Some of them do. The Everton fans are far more split. I think there's certainly a contingent who believe that they are getting a world-class coach, a Champions League winner, a proven winner with a track record in this league, in other leagues, and they're right. They are getting that. And there's a certain other contingent of Everton fans who, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I don't speak for them, but they take the rivalry a whole lot more seriously.
Or do they just feel like they're getting a Newcastle coach, and that would hurt me a lot.
Well, it's a big step down from Ancelotti, so.
Once again, I would put them on the same level too.
I don't think it's a huge step down from Ancelotti. I think it's I think Ancelotti is still one of the best coaches.
Isn't he the coach of Real Madrid?
Well, he is now.
Yeah.
Rafael Benitez has also coached Real Madrid.
Yeah, I know, but
And beat Ancelotti in a Champions League final.
sure, but
Like, these Benitez is a world-class coach in his own right.
yeah,
He just has had a less than world-class run. So, I mean, I'm more than happy to say Ancelotti is a better coach and has had a better run. Rafa's also spent some time at Newcastle. You know, there's a lot to be said about because his whole family live on Merseyside. He loves the area. He's, you know, given a lot of his own time and money towards like causes like the Hillsborough Fund, the Hillsborough Trust, and he cares about Liverpool as a city. So for him, this move makes a whole lot of sense. For Everton fans who take the rivalry very seriously, I don't think they enjoy it. But they'll grit their teeth and they'll take their good coach and they'll probably finish in the top 6, 7.
yeah, they might. They've got some of the right ingredients, but
Well, talking about ingredients for Everton, they've added a little bit of spice this past week with Andre Townsend.
Oh,
Andrew
yes.
Townsend,
Andrews
right.
Townsend.
Oh, and they were looking at
Sorry.
Damari Gray as well.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, possibly.
Sort of
But
mopping up all those sort of English guys and stuff.
They signed Begovic as well, the goalkeeper.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I-
played Bournemouth, right?
Yeah, from Bournemouth.
And he's
So
huge, isn't he? He's like 6 foot.
he's 6
huge or
foot
something.
wide.
Yeah.
Speaking of men who built like a tree, yeah, he's a big
Yeah.
lad.
He's massive. So that's cool. And then Pickford, obviously. But man, they have like Richarlison.
They had a good squad.
Luca de Jong,
They had a good squad.
De Jong, the French.
Oh, Luca
fullback.
Dean.
Dean.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, look at him, man. Yeah, former
French
Barcelona player.
names throw me off. So
yeah.
And
unless
yeah.
they're Fredo. So
So we'll say, yeah, maybe, who knows? Hopefully, maybe Rafa can do something with all that. And the derby will be interesting, that's for sure.
The derby will be extremely interesting. I think we have them quite early. I think it's in the first 6 or 7 games. As always, I'm looking forward to it, but I just hope I hope no one hurts him.
Rafa or Begovic?
Or yeah, you might get bottled.
No, I think they'll show respect to Rafa.
The Liverpool
I-
fans
yeah,
will.
yeah.
I certainly hope the Liverpool
And
fans
as long
will.
as he doesn't celebrate a Mo Salah goal, I think the Everton supporters will agree with him too. So,
Imagine that.
oh, how good. But yeah, I think he'll be. For me, he's the right man for that club at this time. So
Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't see any gripe
Who-
unless you're stuck up enough to really get.
Okay, if aside from the fact that it's a man who coached your rival, who are Everton going to get, without disrespecting them, that's better than Rafael Benitez?
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, they
Tony
just had
Pulis.
Ancelotti.
Yeah, but he's left. He can't leave and join.
Yeah, but they're top tier now, right?
No.
They've been... It's like, once you've dated a hot chick, you can date hot chicks forever now. You've unlocked that skill.
Maybe.
So they've had Ancelotti, now they can have, like, Nagelsmann.
Or you could blow it all and get stuck with
Well, they could have swiped Nuno from you.
swiped. Is it Tinder?
Once again, Nuno at Everton isn't a bad move for anyone. Yeah.
What do you think? Would you rather have had Nuno or Benitez at Spurs?
Either or. Kind of similar in the stage they're at, where they need a big season or to show a lot of growth in a squad.
They got something to improve, yeah.
Yeah, build a bit of a reputation on a squad.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. Both good coaches. Yeah.
Yep.
They're just under that Sean Dice level, so yeah.
Sean Dyche.
So, what are your thoughts on the Liverpool squad then?
Okay, well, so we've had some incomings. Just one, I think. Ibrahima Konate from Leipzig.
Yep, it's good. That was a good early move.
Yeah.
Secure one.
Secure
the bag.
As per usual, yeah, we've given the bag away. We were aware of a flaw within the squad, which was the hole at centre back. And we've signed a very good player on a very good price. And to be honest, the way João Matip's been looking at trading, beating everyone, dribbling up and down the pitch, I'd probably start with him, but he's too injury prone to last the whole season.
So, and will you still not start the season with neither Van Dijk or Joe Gomez?
That will be close. Van Dijk is in training.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's in full training though. So I think our first lineup will probably feature Matip and Konate.
Yep. That should tide you over until the other two are back, hopefully.
Like you said, they're both very good players.
Well, we now have 4 tops. We have a world-class centre-back and we have 3 very good centre-backs.
I guess we'll have to see Konate play.
Yeah, we need to see what he's like in England. He's also a young man, but there's, I'm in no danger. Klopp barely gets his signings wrong, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we're going to bring in some more guys, or if the returning loanees will sort of fill those spots. Because I'd say that there's probably a gap opening up, maybe somewhere in the forwards. But Harvey Elliott has spent a year with Blackburn, and I think he was either their player or young player of the season. And I mean, the kid's 17. To do that in a championship, I can't remember his exact goal and assist tally, but it's impressive for anyone, let alone a literal child. So he'll come back, and I'm actually really excited to see him. Shaqiri will probably leave, which is upsetting. It's almost seemed like he's been, apart from Stoke, he's almost seemed like second best, because he's been at big clubs.
After he played quite well in the Euros, so it's probably a good time for him to move, really.
I think so. It'll be sad to see Shaq go, because I love Shaq.
Just wants to start.
Where would if you were him, where would you want to go?
Roma.
Not a bad move. Not a bad move. Go to Italy.
Or go to Italy.
Yeah,
that seems to be like the best move.
That would not be a bad move.
Milan.
Yeah, because he wants to go somewhere where he's going to get regular game time. Like you say, he's been at big clubs. He's always been that second choice. So he really wants to go somewhere where he can stamp his mark on a team and give them a bit of his flair and show them what he can do, because we all know he's a good player.
When he gets 7-8 games in a row, he's blinding. He's amazing.
He's got some moves, man.
Yeah, Everton.
well,
like,
why not?
Hey, wouldn't be a bad
to
player
go and be
Everton.
with Reva.
Yeah,
they just mop up all the players in the league.
Why not?
Someone has to.
Well, speaking of someone who joined a rival recently, you're going to have to remind me how to pronounce it. Stephen Berghuis?
Oh.
Yes.
That's a tough one. I can't. I don't know if I can say it.
To Ajax.
We'll go with him.
Bergwijn.
Big Stevie B.
Yeah.
the Feyenoord winger, who was indeed their captain until about a week ago, has joined rivals Ajax for about €5 million.
Yeah, there's dirt cheap to a rival too, eh?
Yeah.
And a
stunning
rival
move.
and your captain and your best player.
Rival,
Right.
captain, best player. The derby. I've told Gage this already, Ash, but the derby this season is on his birthday.
If that's not a reason to watch that game,
That'd be
what
so
is?
awesome. He plays
What
and scores a
is?
goal,
An own goal.
on his birthday against his old club.
Question: do you celebrate that? Scoring on your birthday is reason to celebrate.
Wait, is the derby at home or is it away?
I didn't. I'm afraid I didn't know.
If it's away, you or you don't.
Like,
Yellow card, own goal, celebrate the own goal with another yellow card, and then by taking your top off and jumping into the Ajax fans and just see what happens.
Die.
Yeah.
You're not making it out of that. After that, your only option is to go play in Turkey. If that's the mayhem you want to cause, like.
Well, he said like in a press conference or something like he needed to make the upward move in his career because he's 29 now. So
That hurts.
about
That hurts even more. Hey, again, those sort of clubs, the feeder clubs for the bigger clubs in the league. I know Feyenoord's not a small club, but
now he's gonna
get a bit more recognition on the best stage he can. And
I thought you were going to say those sort of comments belong in a team with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, why not?
He should have gone to Rome.
Yeah,
it's going Rome.
Okay, so that winds up my analysis of Liverpool's transfer.
Oh,
Just
the one thing I
one
didn't
more.
ask was, do you think that you're going to sign a midfielder then to replace Wijnaldum?
Yeah, we've been linked with about 312 midfielders so far.
Such as?
Florian Neuhaus seems to be one who is being repeated. Sal Niguez is also being repeated, but that's...
Well, I've heard that he's really keen on a move to the Premier League just because the money's good. So he may end up at any one of the clubs.
So I don't want a mercenary. I want someone who's going to commit felony assault for the badge.
Yeah.
And look, if he's that guy, then okay.
Yeah, he could be. Or you could get Yuri Tielemans.
See, that would be amazing. It would be like my Football Manager dream come to life.
Yeah, though that was like earlier when I was saying it's Sandro Tonali and Frank Kessie in the same team at AC Milan.
It's like looking at your FIFA.
And you have Ibra.
it's like looking at your FIFA career.
Yeah. Oh.
Just one other thing on the Liverpool squad there. We mentioned the centre backs. Nate Phillips, do you want him to go or stay? You said Matip isn't guaranteed to play a full season with injury doubts and things like that he's known for. Would you like to see some of those young guys go, or do you want to keep them for that emergency injuries that you might have, or do you think you've got enough depth with those four first teamers?
Well, having the injuries that we had last season was a complete anomaly. And now that we've got a fourth, it's not that I want him to go. I'm very happy for him to be at the club, but he's no spring.
Yeah,
he's actually 24.
Yeah,
and I'm perfectly happy for him to just keep signing contracts until he's 30. I don't care if he just stays until he's 30 and fills in, plays like
be a great Liverpool player.
Yeah, 2 to 3 appearances every season. I don't care. That's great. If that's what his contribution is, that's what his contribution is. The other one, Williams, is a little bit younger, and he to me, looked a little bit tidier on the ball, a little bit more like a Liverpool player. What was it Klopp said about Phillips? You know, a head for the Premier League, feet for League One. He's
My sort of player.
yeah.
I just have to interrupt with an announcement. The man we were speaking of earlier, Christopher Wood, has in fact scored for our country.
Let's go.
Yes, very good. Put us in front.
So we're leading.
Yep, take that, Korea Republic.
Yeah, have one.
Yeah, well, that's good. Oh.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, there's been a few goals scored now. Mexico's leading France 3-1. So.
Yeah, do we want to do a mid podcast
live
score Olympic?
Even though people won't hear this live.
Oh yeah, you know, I know.
Oh.
But I was going to mention some of the interesting things about the Olympics. Like, did you know that Dani Alves is playing for Brazil?
Oh, how good! Like, I don't really care about the Olympics. I can go and shove one for all I care. But seeing the under-23 tournament with, 2 or 3 big names in it is always great banter. It reminds you of that 5-a-side like Sunday league where you just have one guy that just tears it up and everyone else is like still trying to figure out how to hold up their shin pads.
Yeah,
like, it's just great. It's great stuff, and it's a good look at those under-23 kids that it's a shop window for them.
Absolutely. Because that's the other interesting one. Do you know what other young player is going to the Olympics?
No idea.
Right after his stunning Euro campaign, Pedri is now playing for Spain's Olympics.
See,
team.
like, how do you go from playing the Euros and then in something like the Olympics? Like, I guess for a footballer, it's a big thing to play in the Olympics. Like, it's another international tournament.
Well,
but
why not?
That's the thing for a footballer, playing in the Olympics is not a big thing. But
the thing is, a lot of big players did in the past,
Absolutely.
Like, so I think some players today, a lot of players are just like, well, I want to give it a go. Like, that's still a trophy. That's like a medal. That's an accomplishment.
The look on Neymar's face when I'm pretty sure he kicked the winning penalty and they won the gold. It looked like it mattered to him.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're these guys are winners, all of them. It doesn't matter if they're representing the Mexico under-23s.
Yeah, well, Giovanni Dos Santos won it.
Amazing.
What a player he was.
What a player.
Aye.
Like if we never see these guys perform at the top level in their career, okay, doesn't matter. They still want to win. They're still winners. They're still... And imagine that. Like, you're a footballer. You're 20 years old. It's like, do you want to be an Olympian? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
See, that's cool. Well, we have Amad Diallo from Manchester United. He's playing in the tournament as well. So it's like a good opportunity for a young player like that to, I suppose, make a breakthrough and show signs of promise. Because I'm excited to see how he goes. I want to see him playing for Man U as well. He seems like he's nearly ready.
Right. Then on that note, do you want to sort of go through what United are doing?
I guess so. So, we all know about that. There's been the Jadon Sancho transfer, of course. It still hasn't been really officially announced, but it also has. So I haven't seen him in a kit yet, but by everything else, it seems like it's done. So it's pretty stoked with that to finally get that after 2 years. Every transfer we make seems to be like a struggle session. We declare our interest like 2 years in advance, and then basically it's always players that don't want to sell. They demand the highest number they can think of, and then we're just like, oh please, for 2 years, and then finally get it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the United way.
But it is good to sign a player like that, a player that good. He was leading stats in the Bundesliga last season, so I see this as a proven player. So that's a great addition, really. That's kind of one of the only missing puzzle pieces we had.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're going to address the other one too if we can bring in a centre back. And by all measures, it's seeming like it's going to be Raphael Varane.
Fake news.
Well, again, this is just exactly the kind of deal that we would get, and it would fall through. But
so what's actually going to happen is you will sign Raphael Varane in 2023.
yeah, exactly. It'll be in 2 years' time,
And he will have crocked himself.
He'll have a broken ankle.
But, well, if that happens, that's a dream come true. I'm satisfied.
What, Raphael Varane with a broken ankle?
No, just having another good defender.
Yeah, fair enough.
You still got Phil Jones.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. We've still got our mascot. That's right.
Mascot.
But so the only other position is midfield, which we've been sort of looking for a defensive midfielder. And we've been like with a few people like Camavinga and Sal Niguez as well, and various others, but I haven't seen anything really concrete on that yet. Yeah. But I've been seeing good things from one of our youth academy guys, James Garner, who he played in the championship last season, I think, on loan, and he looked really good from some of the footage I've seen. So I think maybe we could rotate him into the squad as well.
Yeah,
there's another one who's not far off.
It's always a tough one, especially when you got quite a few coming through at once, as you always do when you're United or Liverpool or any big team. And it's always tough. It's like, are they ready? How many of them can we do at once? How can we make this fit without losing games and keeping everyone happy? It's hard. And I've seen Garner play as well. He's a talented player. And I think United probably have enough depth in the midfield that if they added one guy and it's him, that's probably enough if he rises to the occasion.
Yeah, you still have 5 first team quality players to play in that midfield. So 1 or 2 youth guys rather than bringing in somebody for 40, 50 mil would make sense in this market and wouldn't be against that option. I feel like I'm in the same boat with a Spurs squad. We still have 5 or 6 guys that can play in that midfield. That 1 or 2 coming in and giving them regular games and feeling it out, and maybe in a season or 2 they'll take one of those main spots. So it's a smart move.
And I suppose we pretty much have to play Bruno Fernandes and Pogba in every game, right?
Well,
that's the sort of calibre of these players, and that's kind of what they expect, right?
Yeah.
So then
you have to put your best team out every game to win the game.
Well, somewhat. I mean, Ollie has to now become the King Dick.
I thought you were going to say Sir Alex.
Yeah, it's the big
age 30 years.
He was willing to bench Pogba.
Sure, exactly. And he's got to continue to do that and stare effectively the journalists down and say, fuck you, if I want to do this, I will do this. And if we win, then you can all shut up. And if we lose, then you can have me. That just do have your wicked way with me. Because it will be his fault, effectively, for benching one of his best players.
Yeah. Well, so it's kind of a shame. We bring in Jadon Sancho, which I'm happy about because he's a quality player. But does this come at the expense of Mason Greenwood not playing as much now? I want to see this. I want to see Mason Greenwood play more too, because he is an unbelievable finisher.
In my view, he's a striker. I think it actually means that you don't need to sign a striker. You'll have Cavani up front, you'll have Greenwood up front, and then you'll probably have,
Well, we still have Martial.
Rashford.
Martial will play there.
There has been talks of Martial maybe leaving.
So maybe if Martial goes, you'll replace him. But for now, you guys have 3 good strikers. If Cavani can continue, no reason to set him aside. But Greenwood is the one. he could easily be a United legend. Like, we could be talking about this guy in 10 years about how many goals he scored and how,
Oh, for sure.
trophies he's lifted for Man U
Yeah.
and hopefully England. But that's up to him.
Yeah, I'm
Is that-
I'm excited to see. This is the chance. He has to prove himself, and now it's gotten even more competitive.
Yeah,
So he has to rise to that challenge.
and it's not like he can't also still play right wing when Sancho is, injured or
Oh, yeah.
needs a rest or whatever.
Well, the thing is, there'll be no Rashford for the start because he's going to do surgery. So, again, maybe left wings up as well. Sancho's played on the left as well. He
Yeah, well,
played
it's
there,
just squad girth, isn't it? Like, to
Yeah.
challenge at that top level and Champions League level, you need squad girth.
We didn't
and
really have a proper right wing, and Mason Greenwood was sort of converted into that, but he seems to be good. It doesn't seem to matter. It's fine, but Sancho has played right wing a lot and is very good and good adds crosses. That was something we sort of don't exactly have from our wingers.
Well, from your right side, really. Anyway, you still have your Kingpin and Luke Shaw on the left. So
yeah, his stats are actually really really interesting. He creates so many chances, and he just seems to be improving. And after that Euros display, I'm stoked, man. We have a good player to the point where we probably have to sell Alex Telles just because he's not going to get a game.
Sell Luke Shaw. Just to get all the money in now.
Maybe. I mean, how much do you think it'd go for now? It'd be a lot.
Well, it would be massively inflated, and Luke Shaw will never demand
that price tag.
again.
Mm.
I also don't think he should go.
I want to keep him. He's amazing. I think he's incredible. If he's going to keep playing like he did then, man, that's killer. That's that position sorted for the whole season. And he has the stamina to play every game. So
Yeah, that's right. There's it's a good thing for the club. It's a good thing for the player if you can say that you have your position nailed down.
Yeah.
For 35 games a season.
Well, that's the thing is we're almost there with most positions. Our squad is so near complete. Watch out, guys.
Yeah.
The glory days are back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the youth guys we're bringing through are awesome too. So like Ahmed Diallo, we got Facundo Palestri, and James Garner, as mentioned before.
They
Langer.
all have amazing names.
Yeah. Was it Shola Shoratira or something?
Hannibal Mejbri.
Oh, Hannibal Mejbri actually went out on loan. So he's going to get a season playing professional football, and I'm pretty happy with that. So
Great.
He could be a great player, man. He's got a lot of technical ability. Really like the look at him. Yeah, that's probably about all I really have to say about our sort of transfer stuff. Just need that centre back, and then I'm happy.
Okay. Cool. Is there any other big moves you guys want to?
We haven't talked about Spain yet because they have. Well, Barcelona has that transfer issue where they have to clear a significant amount of wages.
But
Well, yeah.
what on earth?
And from what I understand, I look at this just before. Umtiti, Sergio Roberto have both refused to be let go. They don't want to leave the club. And it may have to be Griezmann.
And the talk is back to Atletico. Is that correct? Is the main talk, or there was?
I think that's where he wants to go.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because like all of these players have 100% of the leverage right now.
Yeah.
So Griezmann can just turn around and be like, "I'm on 700k a week here. I want you to pay my contract, my whole contract. Like, if you want me to go, you got to pay me everything, and I only want to go to Atletico."
It's so much big dick energy, and Barcelona only have themselves to blame for this whole situation. what else do they do? Just say goodbye to Messi.
Well, they
Just do it. He's how old is Messi now? 32?
34.
34.
I think he's 34.
34.
If that was my club and I was in charge of that, I would be looking at not next season, but the season after that. I know Messi's not slowing down. I know he's still got the skills, but I would be looking for that. I think Griezmann's going to give you more over the next 5 years than what Messi will.
Messi just re-signed for 5 years.
Exactly, but they can't afford him.
They'd rather
this
have
is
Messi
their issue.
They'd rather have Messi than Griezmann.
Pjanic is another one that they're talking about just getting rid of.
Heaving off, yeah.
Yeah, they just can't afford to keep these kids.
I think Pjanic just didn't work out anyway, so that's probably one that needed to go.
They're in a weird position with Messi where if he's there, he actually brings in so much sort of revenue. With just his existence.
Yeah.
Shirts and all
and
sorts.
And he's still at the top of his game, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't dispute that. I just,
Yeah, but again, that puts a lot of pressure on this wage bill. So, because
and
then
you have to play him. It's the same thing. The same thing you have with Pogba. You've got to play him.
Yeah, but then and then now they have to pay the wage of
Messi.
Aguero, and Depay on top of that, and clear this debt they already have.
Yeah.
So, if they can't get rid of some of these players, it's going to be a problem.
Well, even on top of that, they're going to be selling. Say they do manage to sell Umtiti, Roberto, Pjanic, Coutinho, and a handful of other, even Griezmann, a handful of other players.
Yeah.
They're going to be at cut prices because everyone and their dog can see that Barcelona is up shit creek. It's trouble. I don't know what the trouble's going to be, but it's trouble.
It's incompetence from the board too to lead your club into that position. That's something that Daniel Levy would never let happen because he's not going to pay anyone more than $5 a game. So,
well, I think sometimes they do it deliberately. They deliberately work themselves into breaking financial fair play rules, and then they go, "Oh no, sorry, it was an accident. We'll pay the fine," and then
that's less than the actual losing these players. Yeah.
And then they get everyone thinks they're going to get kicked from the cup or something,
and then they don't pay the fine.
It just never happens. And
you mean the breakaway Super League?
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Everyone just gets forgiven. So, but either way, it's probably a good time to pick up
a cheap Barcelona player.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what does Coutinho do on a Tuesday night?
I heard he wanted to come fit. We'll give him a half.
Absolutely, yeah.
He'd be alright on a five-a-side team.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes because...
Wow, Leicester was the rumour I heard for him.
That would be so cool.
Back with Brendo.
Back with brother Brendy.
That'd be awesome.
Again, adding to that Leicester squad girth.
But I would love Leicester to become that kind of team too, that can sign players from.
Oh, they already can.
Yeah,
they already can. They are getting to that stage where they are consistently in that top six. So
yeah.
Well, 5 years ago they were in the championship, and they're not now. They're in the upper echelons of teams in England. And they can sign Coutinho. They can do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, sure. I hope they do, but I hope they just don't become the team that everyone buys all the players from.
Yeah,
because they've made some great sales over the years as well, like N'Golo Kante and Mahrez.
Well, yeah, their method tends to be pluck some dude from nowhere for about 45,000 and then sell him to, Chelsea or Man City for.
And then Harry Maguire as well.
Yeah, for 50.
And then maybe Tielemans goes to Liverpool and they just become that team to fill all the other teams.
the next Dortmund.
Yeah, they're like a Dortmund.
Yeah.
I was just thinking
a feeder club.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's not exactly what you want to be, but
it's also
you can
better
see
the templates.
But it's also better than being in the championship.
Mm.
And while the players are there, they do happen to be quite good footballers.
Yeah, and if you can do it while holding on to a Champions League place, then it's a good way to keep a sustainable club.
Precisely how you do it.
Yeah, keeping a good squad and a good club rolling over. That starts from the owners, though. They've got good owners that understand what they want to do, and it seems like they have a lot of good, like club morale. The club comes first for that club. It's not individual players. It's the club as a whole.
After they won the league, man, they just gained this prestige, and then they made all of the right financial decisions with the money they got from it too.
Yeah, it seemed like their owners gave a shit.
Mm.
Like they weren't just like, my corporate plaything did a good thing.
Mm.
No, and you can see it in the way that the Leicester players mourned their owner after the helicopter crash.
Mm.
Which is really unusual. Like you can't imagine. Well,
Yeah.
you can't imagine the United fans doing that, the United players doing that, if one of the Glazers died, or the Liverpool fans doing that if John Henry died.
They would do it to look good, but they wouldn't do it to care. They wouldn't do it to care.
They'd be forced to do it like they were in North Korea.
Yeah,
They'd have to cry on the streets.
Well, it would be a corporate. It would be a corporate mouthpiece of a, a show. It would be a show, and that's not what the Leicester thing was.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. So, all right. Is there anything else?
No.
Not on Leicester. Not on transfers.
Yeah. I think that sort of covers it. Wasn't too much to talk about this week. Still 3 weeks or so away from games. Right, we have your game.
All right.
We'll give it a go. All right.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
So what's the name of your game?
You know what? I wish I'd actually organised that. I've organised everything else apart from a name of the game.
You got to think one up.
It's called This or That.
Okay.
Ash, given that you are the guest in our house, would you like list B or list A?
Oh, I feel like I'm on the chase, and I always said I'll go list A. Okay. Because I don't trust you anyway. I think it's different. Like you pick the list you want. Yeah.
Okay, so
18 for me.
Like I say, you're list A. What's going to happen is I'm going to say a name, and you've got to tell me whether he's this or that, and it'll either be a footballer or something else. All of these people are.
I don't have to name what else they are. I
will say he's a footballer or he's a this.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's cool. Yeah. He's a poop scooper or he's a footballer.
That's right.
Yeah. Why is the? Yeah. Okay. Go. Bring it on.
And you get a bonus point if you can tell me what country he's from.
Nationality or where he plays as football.
Nationality. Well, that's the thing. They're not all going to be footballers. Okay. Okay.
I suck at this game already.
Okay. The name is Victor Korniyenko. Is he a footballer or a boxer? And what country is he from?
He's a boxer and he's from Ukraine.
1 out of 2. He is a footballer and he is from the Ukraine. So you got 1 point. He's a youth defender from Shakhtar.
I don't watch Farmer League, so.
Number 2. Mauricio Macri. Footballer or politician?
Politician.
And nationality?
French.
Again, 1 out of 2. Very impressive. He's the previous president of Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Okay, number 3. Doing very well, I think. Mustafa Sandal. And you're going to have to excuse the pronunciation. Is he a footballer or a musician? And what is his nationality?
Footballer and Saudi Arabian.
0 from 2. Oh. He is a Turkish singer.
Oh. Is he any good? Is he a good singer? Can he make a theme song for us? Because
look,
great banter.
Well, we'll work on it.
Can we have your permission?
I'll get him on the phone. I'd love it if it was in Turkish as well, so we can't even understand it.
If you're listening, hit us up. You can send me an email.
Yeah, you can be our first subscriber.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4. Jo Hyun Woo. Is he a footballer or a figure skater? And what nation is he from? I'll try pronounce it again for you if you like.
No, he is a footballer, and he is Korean.
2 from 2.
South Korean.
Yes,
Oh.
correct.
Yeah.
Best Korea. He's
Was that the one you were gonna? Was that the point you were gonna give me when I said he was Korean? Or
I would have given you Korea.
okay, but I was right anyway.
If you said North Korea, I would have not given you that.
You wouldn't have permission to put him on the list. So.
No, it would have been on a different list. He's a goalkeeper and he's made 18 caps.
Oh.
So you've got 1, 0, 2. You're on 4. 4 points from 4. It's not so bad.
That's bangers.
Your last one. Ismaila Soro. Is he a footballer or an army general?
Footballer.
And what country is he from?
Oh, he's a footballer, and he is. I'm really struggling. Footballer, and he is Belgium.
He is a footballer from the Ivory Coast.
Okay.
He's currently signed to Celtic, and he's made 1 cap.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Good on him.
So you
Congratulations on your 1 cap.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, well done.
Cool. So that's 5 points. So
one cap
shit.
equals 1 point.
You set a high bar there.
So if you beat 5, if you beat 5, you win.
Yep, cool.
If you lose to 5, you lose.
I'm a big loser. Yeah.
If you draw with 5, there's a penalty shootout at the end.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sweet.
50-50 chance.
50-50 chance.
Well, hopefully we get some good radio out of this.
Yeah. Okay, number 1. Again, sorry for any mispronunciations.
Yep.
Lee Wan Chao. Is he a footballer or a politician?
I want to say a Chinese politician.
That's 2 points from 2. He is the vice president of the Chinese Communist Party.
Did you say vice president or rice president?
I'm sorry, do you mean West Taiwan?
Yeah, he's the vice president of West Taiwan. Okay.
Oh, damn, now we're going to get taken off YouTube.
Yeah, or as if we haven't mentioned North Korea already enough.
True.
Alright, the next one. Stefan Schrock. Is he a footballer or a serial killer? And what is his nationality?
I want to say a Swiss footballer.
You've 1 from 2. He's a footballer. He's from the Philippines.
Oh.
And he is the captain of... God, I've got to compose myself. United City FC. in the Philippines First Division.
Oh, great. Okay, not bad.
Number 3. I'm going to like this. The name is Danger Fourpence. Is he a footballer or an actor? And what is his nationality? It's danger, as in the word danger.
Yeah.
4 as in 4 pennies.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say an English actor.
Unfortunately, he's a real he's a retired Zimbabwean footballer.
Huh.
Last seen playing for Dynamos FC.
I love Kenya.
And has also played for a team called Caps United.
Great. Okay.
Okay. Number 4.
All right.
Gustave Flaubert is how I assume it should be pronounced. Footballer or author? And nationality.
I want to say Hungarian footballer.
0 from 2. He's a French author who died in 1880.
Damn.
Okay, so I think you are...
Was he any good?
That's
I
the
guess
that's
not.
that's the that's the best part about him being deceased. He's finished, so you can go and read his
I
books
thought you
and
said it was
decide.
French, not Finnish.
Oh, please.
Oh.
Well, you didn't say Finland either, so 0 points.
Okay, fine. All right, give me this last one. It's all or nothing.
All right, full name: Mark Valentine Chamberlain. Footballer or poet, and nationality.
Sorry, what's the name again?
Mark Valentine Chamberlain. That is just his middle name. I've added it for extra sauce.
Okay, I want to say footballer and American.
He is a football player, association football player from England. He's
that was my second choice.
He is the father of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Of course.
And also he made 69 league goals. Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
Which means that you scored 4 and Ash won.
Oh, winners! Oh, so
Oh.
bloody good.
Would you like to play the penalty shootout anyway?
Yeah, go,
Yeah,
go.
I feel like we have to.
Yeah. Give me
Now,
a chance to redeem
question. Now, does this go back to a previous pod where we have all the shootouts in a row, or do we go the standard one?
You go 1 each.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not.
So this one's slightly different. Or the names are all they're all words, but
Yes. I'm with you so far.
are they real people or not?
So what? These are just some words you came up with.
And then
Or they're a real person?
Okay, alright.
Okay, so Giorgio Camilli, is he either he's an Italian striker, but is he real, or is he a regenerated player on my Football Manager save?
Football Manager.
Absolutely, 1 point.
Yes. What? Oh, he's Italian.
He's Italian,
Yeah.
yes. Ash.
yes.
Chuck Blazer. is
Blazer. I love it.
is he
Yeah.
is he
Why couldn't it have been Chad Blazer?
is he a real person within the world of football, or have I made the name up?
Real person.
Correct. He was
Blazing through it.
it was part of the South African World Cup bid and got investigated for many bribes.
Oh, diamonds.
Many bribes.
Diamonds.
Chuck Blazer. That's awesome.
Simon Boot. Is he a real player, or
How's boot spelled?
BOOT?
Oh,
Or is he completely made up?
he's real.
He's not made up. Sorry. Sorry. I
That makes me so happy.
was, sorry. He is made up.
Oh my god.
I fucked that up. He is a fake person. He is the name of the striker that I gave.
I'm actually disappointed.
He is the name that I gave to my striker on table football when I was young. Ash.
I'm disappointed.
Yes.
Julian Dix.
Real player.
Real player. Played for West Ham and Liverpool.
Enter.
Jan Vinegar of Hesselink. Real player or made up bloke?
Real player.
Real player.
Yeah, I didn't think you could make that up.
Football Manager doesn't have that many characters in its name.
I was like, nah.
Well, the man I made up, Simon Boot. Alright, so Ash, you lead 3-2. Peter Panda.
Fake.
Real.
Oh. Can I meet him? Is my second question. 'cause-
I'd love it if you did.
Oh,
Peter Kung Fu Panda.
I've got two more.
Is he the child of Jack Black?
He is not.
Oh.
I've got two more, so I really hope that one of you gets it and one of you fucks up.
Yeah.
Juan Bastardo.
That's made up.
That is made up.
Yeah, good.
Congratulations. The last one to it's the last one. So
Yeah.
either you
Yeah.
lose or you draw.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like trade, right? Last goal wins.
Yeah, all right, there it is. Last goal wins.
I won the penultimate round, so that's all good. Bring it on.
Christopher Yummy.
I so want him to be real, but I think he's fake.
He is fake. Congratulations.
Oh, damn it.
Well done, Ash.
Well
You
done,
have
Ash.
won this or that.
You have the superior intellect, clearly.
I don't think so.
And I'll be back next week with some even more made up names.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good place to end it there anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Football Friends podcast. Like and subscribe, and tune in next time, I guess.
Peace out.
See ya.